They said the Templars found nothing, yet when they returned from Jerusalem, everything about them had changed. They were richer, more powerful, and somehow beyond the reach of kings or popes. What could a handful of humble knights have discovered beneath the dust of Solomon's temple that would make them the most feared and mysterious brotherhood in history? Some whispered they had uncovered sacred scrolls, records of a bloodline so ancient it could shake the foundations of the church. Others believed they found relics far older than Christianity itself, or even a doorway to something not of this world. Whatever it was, it transformed them from paupers to princes in a matter of years. It begins beneath the stones of Jerusalem, where time itself holds its breath. Beneath the sacred plateau known as the Temple Mount lies a silence that has endured for nearly 3,000 years. It is said that deep within those catacombs rests the greatest secret of faith, a secret that once belonged to King Solomon himself. In the year 1119 AD, 9 knights arrived in this holy city. They called themselves the poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, the Knights Templar. But they did not come to protect pilgrims as the church claimed. For 9 long years, they vanished beneath the Temple Mount, digging in darkness, guided by something unseen. No one knows exactly what they found, only that when they emerged, the world would never be the same. From humble knights, they became the most powerful order in Europe, rich, influential, and feared by kings. But what could have transformed them so completely? What did they uncover in those forbidden depths? Legends say it was something that could rewrite the story of creation itself. This is the secret the Vatican tried to erase, the final secret of Solomon's temple. To understand the Templars' search, we must first return to the origin, to Solomon, son of David, and builder of the most mysterious temple in history. Constructed around 957 BCE, Solomon's temple was said to be the dwelling place of God on earth. Built with cedar from Lebanon and overlaid with pure gold, it was not merely a monument, it was a message written in stone. According to ancient texts, its design mirrored divine geometry, the same sacred ratios later found in the pyramids and ziggurats. Every pillar, chamber, and threshold reflected cosmic order, uniting heaven and earth through mathematics. The inner chamber, known as the Holy of Holies, was said to house the Ark of the Covenant, a relic containing the divine spark of God's power. When the Babylonians destroyed Jerusalem in 586 BCE, the Ark vanished, and with it the wisdom of Solomon's priests. Centuries later, the Crusaders arrived, carrying old maps, cryptic scrolls, and a belief that Solomon's secrets still slept beneath the ruins. The Templars' 9-year excavation beneath the Temple Mount wasn't random. It was precise, it was planned. And what they unearthed would link them forever to the wisdom of the ancients. A wisdom that the Church would one day fear more than heresy itself. When the Templars resurfaced from their dig, they were no longer mere soldiers. Something about them had changed profoundly and irreversibly. They began constructing cathedrals across Europe, vast monuments like Chartres, Reims, and Notre Dame, infused with mathematical precision unseen since antiquity. Each cathedral was a living reflection of Solomon's temple, filled with hidden symbols, golden ratios, and patterns that echoed the structure of the cosmos. Historians still puzzle over how an order of knights suddenly mastered geometry, architecture, and engineering that defied medieval technology. Did they uncover lost scrolls beneath the Temple Mount, texts of Solomon's masons or priestly architects? Some accounts claim they found ancient Hebrew manuscripts, writings on sacred energy, sound, and the architecture of creation itself. Others whisper that they recovered the Ark or fragments of its design, unlocking knowledge once thought divine. Whatever they found, it elevated them beyond faith and into power. They became the Church's greatest weapon and its greatest threat. For the first time, religion had encountered knowledge it could not control. Before we peel back the next layer of this story, pause for a second and let us know where in the world you're watching from tonight. Are you tuning in from Los Angeles, Paris, Manila, or somewhere completely unexpected? Our community reaches every corner of the globe, and it's always fascinating to see how far our stories travel. Drop your city and country down below, and let's see which part of the world is the most awake right now. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tap that bell. It truly helps keep these stories alive. By the dawn of the 14th century, the Knights Templar had become a global power, wealthier than most kingdoms, answerable to no one but God. They owned vast estates, commanded fleets, and invented Europe's first banking network. Even monarchs owed them debts they could never repay. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, answered only to the Pope, and even the Vatican began to tremble beneath their influence. But power has its price. King Philip IV of France, deep in debt to the Templars, turned envy into betrayal. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, a day now pursed in legend, he ordered their arrest. Thousands were tortured, accused of heresy, of worshiping idols and demons, accusations the Church itself knew were false. Yet one question remained unspoken. What secret were they silencing? Before the raids began, several Templar ships mysteriously sailed from the port of La Rochelle, vanishing with treasure no one ever found. Gold may have been aboard, but history whispers of something far more valuable: knowledge. Knowledge the Vatican would burn the world to bury. When the smoke cleared, the Templar Order was destroyed, but their symbols endured. In Scotland, legends tell of exiled Templars finding refuge among stonemasons, merging their wisdom into a new brotherhood, the Freemasons. Within their lodges, echoes of Solomon's geometry survived. The compass, the square, the eye that sees all. Masonic architecture, from cathedrals to modern capitals, carries the same sacred ratios that began in Solomon's temple and were reborn through Templar hands. Even in Washington, D.C., The alignment of monuments follows celestial patterns known only to ancient builders. Coincidence or continuation? Many believe the Templars preserved scrolls and relics in secret archives, hidden beneath European chapels and mountain fortresses. Others claim they carried Solomon's legacy to the New World, embedding clues in early exploration maps and city designs. Their treasure was not gold or jewels, but the secret of divine architecture, how the human soul mirrors the universe, a secret that survives in silence, waiting to be rediscovered. So, what was the final secret of Solomon's temple? What truth was so dangerous it had to be buried beneath centuries of war and faith? Perhaps it wasn't an artifact at all, but an idea, a realization that God does not dwell in temples of stone, but within the geometry of creation itself. The Templars, inheriting Solomon's knowledge, may have discovered that the divine is not distant. It is the pattern behind every living thing, the code of the cosmos. That revelation would have shattered the Church's monopoly on salvation. It would have proven that enlightenment was personal, not granted by priests, but awakened by wisdom. And that, above all else, was the heresy they were burned for. Even today, radar scans beneath the Temple Mount reveal sealed chambers untouched for millennia. The Vatican forbids excavation, officially for diplomacy, unofficially perhaps for fear of what lies beneath. Could the answers still sleep there? The Ark, the scrolls, the knowledge of the ancients? No one knows, but one truth remains certain. The story of Solomon's temple was never about walls or gold. It was about the human soul's search for light. And maybe, just maybe, that's what the Templars found. As the stars rise over Jerusalem and the shadows stretch across the old stones, the echo of hammers fades into memory. The Templars are gone, their order destroyed, their secrets scattered, yet their legacy still hums through time. In the cathedrals they built, in the geometry of the cities we live in, their message whispers, "Seek knowledge, seek light, seek truth." Because the greatest temple ever built was never made of stone. It was built within us.